And no one does a better job covering the Badgers than Jeff Potrykus of the Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel, who has made his way out to sunny Los Angeles for the Sweet 16. Jeff, let's start with travel conversation that Bo Ryan brought up on Monday. Not happy about the fact that his team, the only one out in the West region to have the Sunday, Thursday turnaround. How much of a big deal is that?
I think it could be a problem. I mean, it goes back to not only will they be the only team out here that played on a Sunday. They played 3 games in 3 days in the Big Ten tournament and then went to the NC2As. If I remember correctly, North Carolina's last game in the NC2As was on a Friday because that tournament ended on Saturday. So Wisconsin had a little tougher grind right now, and North Carolina's a little deeper in the rotation. So it could be a factor in the game. And Bo's got a not-so-subtle way of bringing those things up.
Subtle is a very nice way to put it. Bo may have had a complaint. The players, though, they've seemed so relaxed. We've seen the now famous Nigel Hayes stenographer bit during one of their press conferences. These guys have to know there is pressure. There are expectations. They're the number 1 seed. Why do you think at this point they still appear so relaxed?
That's the way they are, quite frankly. This group, the last 2 years, it goes back, just not this year, they've been a group that has really actually loosened up Bo in a lot of ways because he likes their personality. He likes the mix of the personality of Nigel and also the fact that they know when it's time to work, they don't mess around. They mess around when they have time to mess around, and it's not going to have a detrimental effect on the product they put on the court. But when they need to be all business, they are. Like I know Frank today, I think met Will Ferrell on the streets of California somewhere. So he's having a good time. But when it comes time to practice, he'll be ready to go.
Chatting with Jeff Potrykus of the Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel as the Badgers get ready for a Sweet 16 matchup with North Carolina on Thursday night. Well, Jeff, there's no doubt North Carolina will try to look and see what Oregon did to limit Frank Kaminsky on Sunday and try to institute it into their own game plan. What exactly were the Ducks able to do inside against Frank?
Well, they changed defenses, first of all. They played a 2-3 matchup zone, and Wisconsin in the first half would get the ball inside sometimes, but there was not a lot of movement off the ball cutters to give the post guys options to feed. They settled for too many three-pointers in the first half. I think of their 25 field goal attempts in that half, 12 of them were for three-point range. And then Oregon switched it up a little bit in the second half, more hard pressure coming with a double-team guy, and Frank was able to take advantage of that. And also Sam Decker, who had 14 of his 17. I'm curious to see what North Carolina tries to do, but with Kennedy Meeks, their starting center, questionable or possibly ruled out because of the knee injury he suffered, I'm really curious to see how they try to go at Frank because he's probably their best big body to really bang with Frank on the inside.
Jeff, what about on the other end of the court? You can make an argument that in the Big Ten championship game, Michigan State had its way for a large portion of that game offensively. Oregon scores a lot of points. That's how they play. But are there any issues right now with Wisconsin defensively, or do they feel comfortable with where their defense is at?
They're not comfortable with where it's at. They know it has to get better. They've been very open about that in the last few games, letting guys get to their sweet spot or getting comfortable early in the game. And then if you hit a couple shots, then you're going to be more confident, and you tend to hit tougher shots if you get some confidence early. The key against North Carolina has really dominated the paint in the last few games. A lot of that comes in transition. If North Carolina gets out and runs, Wisconsin's in big trouble. If North Carolina can't run and has to go 35 seconds into the shot clock in its half-court offense, that bodes much better for Wisconsin.
Jeff Potrykus with great stuff, as always, on the Wisconsin Badgers. Jeff, enjoy the games this weekend. 4 words, my friend: Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles.
Okay, Rick, take care.